Yes, guys, welcome back to Chelsea Till I Die TV. My name is Jacob. This is your Chelsea versus Aston Villa preview, 7:30 kickoff at Villa Park. Now, I haven't been able to make the game, but luckily Yosef is doing a match saves off for the channel, and I'm going to be doing a little reaction at half time. But no, we'll have a little look at the Premier League table, and basically this is we draw. We're in a not a great state. If we lose, Champions League is out of the question, personally, in my personal opinion. Now, I'm someone that can predict things that people don't normally expect, which I normally do all right on, in terms of when we won the Champions League in 2021, I actually predicted that. But we're 6 points away from Aston Villa, 3 points away from Liverpool. Bear in mind, we have a game in hand. And obviously the one better goal difference. Now, you see, I'm doing this when the lineup's been out. Well, probably going to be up a little bit later. And you see, unless this is meant to send a message that we need to sign a new goalkeeper, which is, considering like what we've seen from Rosenior at his other clubs, like I would not be the most surprised about. But I don't know. I mean, this is the lineup. And why the goalkeeping switch is crazy now. Jorgensen in goal instead of Robert Sanchez. Quite surprised. If I'm being honest. This is sent for a message to the owners that they need to sign a goalkeeper. In that case, would he have even took the job in the first place? I mean, it would have been a massive step up, so maybe, but don't understand. Sanchez had a very, very meh season, but for his standards, he's had a really, really good season. And Jorgensen is, quite frankly, a championship at best level goalkeeper. He's not good enough. Should not be starting. And according to Absolute Chelsea on X, it says Robert Sanchez is not injured. He's simply been benched. And we know Absolute Chelsea is a reliable source, right? We know that that's a fact. So he's got 820k followers. I know followers don't always relate to quality, but I'm just shocked. Like, I don't understand that decision. I think it's a joke. I'm not a fan of Rosenior at all. People, I've slayed Rosenior. I've said, unless he does a miracle and wins them like Champions League or something, I don't think I'm ever going to be able to back the appointment or back that. People misquote when I said that on Blues Fan TV. So, a bit of context. What I'm saying is, unless he does something massive, my hope is still very limited in him. But obviously, I hope he does well. And then Mauro Gusto at right back. I'd have gone James right back. Fafana, Chalobah, it's all right. Probably about right. I know Saul played okay at Arsenal. Hato left back. Cucurella's injured, so yeah, I mean, kind of what you'd expect. No, I don't understand why people's obsession about saying I personally think Enzo's an 8. I know he's played some of his best football at the 10. I know he helped Argentina win a World Cup at 10. I know he's really, really good at Benfica at 10. But we've got Cole Palmer, right? Who is not a winger, by the way. I'm not going to buy this. None of this Rosenior propaganda. He's not a winger. He's a number 10. All right, it should have been. I would have done. Yeah, Enzo Caicedo on double pivot works. But, and the thing is, though, I know Santos does make Caicedo look. You could argue better. I disagree, but I understand the argument for that. That's one thing. But when Audrey Santos isn't even playing, even though I think Reece James is amazing in the DM role, but Palmer should be playing at 10, his best position. You want to get him like he was when he had that one season, and playing him out of position is simply not going to work. He's a 10. I know he has played on the wing, and I know he's done a really, really good job at the wing, but it's not his primary position. And then the 10, as I've said, should be Palmer on the right wing. It probably, it's not how we've really got much choice, is it? Yeah, I'm gonna scroll down with these subs. Yeah, deludedly. Quite controversial, but I would have even maybe had if we wanted to do Gusto, done James right wing because we ain't got much of it. I don't really know what else to do. Maybe I don't think Esteval's fit, so yeah, I guess it kind of makes sense, but still not that happy with it. Garnacho left wing. People give Garnacho a lot of hate. I think he's okay. I think he's one of the best wingers we've got at the club. Obviously, right wing Pedro now was suspended, so we ain't got him. But Garnacho, he's alright. He ain't really got much option. I'd rather do that than like the substitution he made against Arsenal. I'd basically rather do like that than put another centre back on the pitch, which is Rosenior's reasoning of got to chase goal. I was going to bring a centre back on, but he didn't really have much option. So it was like, would we bring Tosin or Badishili or Latvia, or Gu? I don't know. Maybe Gu could have been a shout. I think he was on the bench. And coming back to this lineup, yeah, João Pedro. Very, very critical about bringing him in, but I think, and him at first, but I actually think he's turned out to be really, really half decent. Like, obviously doing well. He won't get the Premier League Golden Boot, but I think that I think he's going to be a step in the right direction. I think the signing is looking to be all right. Mate, Ollie Watkins is who I would have wanted. He is still what? One sec. Yeah, he's fourth. Joint fourth. Sorry. But yeah, Igor Thiago to Chelsea could be a shock because he's been done a really, really good season. But yeah, that's the thing. But that's another video to be talking about. Now, Rosenior, I didn't listen to our press conferences because I can't. I'm sorry, I can't put myself through that. Obviously, there's been some positive updates with Mark Cucurella and Esteval. But Palmer's absolutely fine, even though he took a bit of a knock at Arsenal, but he seems to be good. According to Rosenior. And even though our medical team are a little bit strange and a bit over, don't know, but look, it sounds like good news. Yeah, but the discipline needs to improve. I don't want to see another red card. I think the Pedro Neto thing was a bit unfortunate. The reality is Arsenal's one of the best counter-attacking teams in fact, probably the best counter-attacking team in the last 20 years, arguably. I know that'd be quite controversial. So it's annoying, but Gittins doing well with his rehab. That's good to see. But his opinions on this new sponsor, I don't know. I'm not really buying it. I don't think I'm not buying it. I don't really like it. I mean, I thought the 3 was a bit like, I think people went way too hard on that. I thought that was alright. Alright is the thing, not amazing. But yeah, that's the preview. Smash like, smash subscribe, and nothing else to say, but in a bit. Thank you for watching and make sure you subscribe. In a bit. YouTube.